Welcome students to this week's spelling lesson. Remember, we are doing this to become better readers and writers and spellers. So let's make sure we have all your needed equipment. We need a pencil, your scissors, your spelling bag for your spelling words, of course your spelling journal, and your spelling words for this week. We are doing prefixes. There's your Unit 4, Week 2. This week will not be too hard because of the fact that you already know what a prefix is, but we will review that. So first thing we need to do, as usual, is cut out our spelling words. And you are going to need to make a few exemplars. So let's make sure we keep our scratch paper that we cut off the bottom so that we can do our exemplars, because there will be a little handful of those. All right, make sure you're cutting them out. Some students don't think they need to cut them out to do this, but it is very helpful if you do. And by doing your sorts, you become better spellers. It also helps in your reading and your writing. Oops, that's a little crooked. That's all right. All right. Let's cut out. We are probably going to need 7, I think, around 7 of these little exemplars. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All righty. Okay, let's get everything spread out. Let's get our notebook open first of all. And then spread your words around so you can see the words that I am talking about, so you can grab them when I talk about them. Now remember that prefix is a group of letters added to the beginning of a word that changes the word's meaning. And we'll talk about the meaning of excuse me, all the prefixes that we talk about. I'll explain to you what that prefix means, and we'll write that down. All right, so first thing you know that we need to do is write Unit 4, Week 2, and we are studying prefixes. All right, and we'll just grab our little blank pieces of paper and have those ready, so let's just grab any word. So let's just go for inaccurate. Inaccurate. All right, so we are going to have to do in and then do a little line. So you have that exemplar. And let's go ahead and write that. And let's do inaccurate. I-N-A-C-C-U-R-A-T-E. In is the prefix, that's the beginning of the words. Accurate. Now you need to know what the prefix in is telling you. In is telling you not. So we're going to put in parentheses not. So here's the word accurate. What does accurate mean? That means correct. So or right on target. So if you're inaccurate, you're not correct. You're not accurate. Okay, let's do another word. Here's regain. R-E-G-A-I-N, regain. So we need to do R-E, little hyphen, underline. Re is the prefix. Gain. Okay, let's think about the prefix re means again. So if you have regain, that means you regained something. So you gained it again. Okay, so re means again. All right, let's look for another one. Let's look for, oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to make my exemplar. Re. You're going to need these exemplars for your other sorts, so make sure you have those. All right, unimportant. unimportant. Long word, unimportant. So let's write that. Un is a prefix, underline that. Important. Unimportant. All right, un is like in. It means not. So if something is unimportant, it is not important. All right. Let's go for another one. How about, let's go with one that's different. How about misguide? Oops, again, I forgot to make my exemplar. I'm doing this backwards. Un. All right. So now you have misguide. So now let's make our exemplar. Miss. Now you know why I put the hyphen. It's because there's a word that comes after the prefix. So that's why we do the hyphen. So let's leave some blanks down here and put miss right here and write misguide. M-I-S-G-U-I-D-E. Miss. Prefix and guide. All right. And miss means wrongly. Okay, so if I am guiding someone and I take them somewhere, I am guiding them. But if I misguide them, then I am guiding them in the wrong direction. Or I could be telling them some information and misguiding them with my information by not giving them correct information. So it's wrongly, it's misinformation, or I'm going to misguide them. All right, let's find another one that we haven't had. How about dis? D-I-S. D-I-S. Okay. Discourage. D-I-S-C-O-U-R-A-G-E. Discourage. D-I-S, underline the prefix. Courage. Discourage. And what does dis mean? That also means not. So if I discourage you not to do something, or if I say, I would highly discourage you from cheating on your spelling test, then I don't want you to do something. So I'm discouraging you. I'm not encouraging you. Encouraging is wanting you to do something. So I'm discouraging you. Your parents might say, no, I don't think you should go and stay out that late. I'm going to discourage you from staying out too late because it's not always safe. So discourage, that means not. So look at this. Not, not, not. There's a lot of prefixes that mean not. Let's see if I can find a different one. Okay, overwhelm. Both of those are words, so it seems more, that's interesting. Overwhelm. So let's do over. But along with over, there's also under. We could use both of those. So over, under goes together. So overwhelm. Oh, let's spell that. O-V-E-R-W-H-E-L-M. Overwhelm. And I need to make an exemplar for that one. So let's do over slash under. Okay. And over on overwhelm, underline over, means too much. So let's write this in two. I don't have very much room. Too much. Okay, so if I overwhelm you with knowledge, that means I've given you too much information for the moment. So I need to pull back, but that's overwhelm, giving you too much. All right, let me search here and see what we do not have. How about non? Here's a non. Non-specific. Non. So non is our exemplar, our prefix. So N-O-N-S-P-E-C-I-F-I-C. Non-specific. Non, underline it. specific. All right, non also means, guess what? Not. So if you're being non-specific, you're not telling me exactly what you mean. Okay, so you could be talking about a lot of things, you're just not being really specific, so you would be non-specific. So we have a few that have not. That's interesting, but we need to make an exemplar. Non. All right, am I out of exemplar papers? Hang on. Okay, I need to cut 2 more exemplars because I think we've got this one. Submerge. Sub is the prefix. S-U-B-M-E-R-G-E. Underline the prefix. Sub, and sub means under. So if we submerge something, we put it under something, so we kind of merge those things together. So if I put my hands under the camera, that means sub, but in this case submerge. If I say the boat will submerge, that means they're going under the water, like a submarine. So submerge. All right, one more. Impatiently. I-M-P-A-T-I-E-N-T-L-Y. Impatiently. So I am also fits usually in with the in, but we're going to put them separate. So guess what that means? That also means not. So a lot of these prefixes are meaning not. So impatiently. If I am waiting impatiently, that means I'm not waiting patiently. I'm impatient. So impatient, not patient. All right, knowing what the prefixes means helps you understand the word. We could also call it a vocabulary word so that we know what its meaning is in the sentence. Okay, what I want you to do is finish all of your words. Put each one of your spelling words in one of these areas. If you don't have one, you're just putting the word that I gave you. So every one of these should have at least one. Remember to write neatly so that we can read it. If you have any questions, ask your teacher when you get back to school. All right, get it done. Good luck, and we'll see you at school.